children. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to study the lesson A Pact with the Sun. This lesson has been taken from class 6 book A Pact with the Sun. So the name of the book is also A Pact with the Sun. Children, now we are going to study the story of this lesson. Saida's mother has not received proper medical treatment for her complaints. She's denied healthy food, sunshine, and fresh air. At last, she consults a good physician who gives her effective medicine and sound advice. So, we are going to study these 3 points first about Saida's mother, that she was not well and she was not getting the proper medical treatment. She had many complaints about health. Then she was denied, means there was an objection in her having healthy food, sunshine, and fresh air. She was denied, stopped from eating all those things and taking. At last, she consults a good physician who gives her effective medicine and sound advice, means good advice she was given. So the story goes like this. Saida's mother had been ailing for a long time. Fever, cough, body ache, painful joints, and what not. Treated by a variety of physicians for weeks, she often showed signs of improvement, but soon relapsed into her old sick self, one complaint substituted by another. Though weak and colorless, she was forbidden normal food and was under strict orders to remain perpetually confined to her room, dingy room with doors and windows fastened, deprived of sunshine and fresh air. So, as in this first paragraph, we have studied that Saida's mother was not well for a long time, okay, and she has not even got proper treatment, medical treatment for her complaints. She had been treated by various doctors. Physicians here means doctors. Variety of doctors means various doctors, different doctors, but her improvement was temporary. She used to recover, but after some days she would fall again sick. So she was self sick. One complaint was substituted by another, means after getting recovered from one problem she would catch another problem. So she was denied healthy food, sunshine, and fresh air. She had to live in a dark and dirty room. Dingy here means dirty room here. So dark and dirty room with doors and windows fastened. So those doctors who were not too expert about her problem or disease, they asked her to do so, and she was deprived of sunshine and fresh air. Deprived of means she was taken away from sunshine and fresh air, as the windows and doors of her room were kept closed. So further we are going to study that what happens further with Saida's mother. So you can see that Saida's mother is lying on the cot. Saida is nearby her father and the doctor has come. Many more people are there watching her whether she is recovering or not. The neighborhood people were worried about her health. When she became critical, her relatives and neighbors persuaded her to consult a good doctor, consult a specialist, even though his fee was likely to be high. Life is more precious than money, they said. Saida's mother was poor, but she heeded their advice and sold a a few trinkets to pay the doctor's fee and the cost of medicine. So as you know that this problem became really matter for everyone was just worried about her. So when her condition worsened, her near and dear ones, means neighbors, persuaded her, means convinced her. They convinced her to consult a specialist doctor, a doctor who is an expert in that problem, whatever she was suffering from. Consult a specialist without caring for his high fees. Life is more precious than anything else. They told life is more important than anything else. Though Saida's mother was poor, but she heeded, means paid attention. She gave attention to their words. That's why she sold her jewelry. So trinkets here means a part of jewelry she used to wear in her feet. So she sold her jewelry to pay the doctor's fees and cost of medicine. The doctor checked her and gave her medicine. He also advised her to take a good diet and leave that dark room and to come out of the dark and dingy room, dark and dirty room, and live in a bigger room with windows and doors opened, and to have fresh air also. So this one, the doctor came in a few days and examined her, prescribed effective medicine, but it was costly. So to the question as to what she should be eating, he told that she should be eating anything that is like vegetables, milk, fruit, and in addition to that, he also added her emphatically, means stressfully, that she should leave the dark room that she was living in and occupy a bigger room which has some doors and windows open, and she can get the fresh air and can get the sunlight. So he asked to sit her in the sun every morning from 8 to 9. Sunshine and fresh air, they are very important, he concluded. Okay, than the medicine. So now you are also learning that even medicine is important, but fresh air and sunshine, they are very important for the good health of a human being. The doctor and his advice became a subject of noisy commentary among the present. Among the present means who were there. Some favored while others they opposed it. Exposure to sun and air for someone afflicted with chronic cough was dangerous, an experienced lady declared. A younger neighbor nearly quarreled with her over this, too exhausted to participate in the debate. Saida's mother remained quiet but determined to follow the doctor's advice. Forget the consequences, she said at last. I'll carry out his instructions to the letter. Move my bed into the next room and let me sit in the sun on my charpoy for an hour daily. So, whenever the doctor advised her to go into a big room with doors and windows open, let the fresh air come in and the sunlight, then this became a matter of debate for the people who were present over there. Everyone in the room started commenting on the doctor's advice. Some were speaking in support of her and of the doctor, and some were opposing it. They were against it. An experienced lady objected to exposure of the sun for being suffering from severe cough. So one lady, she says that as the woman, means Saida's mother, was suffering from cough, that's why she should not be made to sit in the sun or fresh air. One neighbor started fighting. Saida's mother was not in a position that she could be involved in this type of the debate, and that's why she kept herself quiet. But she had taken a decision, and she says that finally, that whatever the result could be, she would follow the advice of the doctor, and she would move her cot in the sunlight every day. Her bed should be moved in the next room, and she should be allowed to sit in the sunlight, sunshine for an hour daily. So that she wanted, as she had understood that the doctor was right in saying that fresh air and the sunshine, sunlight, they were important. Though she was very critical and chronic at that time, she was misguided by the people around her. But this time she had taken that decision that she would follow the advice of the doctor. The sky remains overcast with clouds for a few days. Saida makes a special request to the sun rays to help her mother get well. The sun rays keep their word. They came down in large numbers and give new life to Saida's mother. So now we are going to study these things, that how Saida had a conversation, we can say she had a face to face contact with the nature, with the sun rays. She wanted that the sun rays should be giving the light to her mother, okay, shine to her mother so that she can recover. It so happened that the sky remained overcast next morning. The same was the case the following day. Saida's mother was dejected. Dejected means very sad. She muttered, "O Lord of mine, why have you ordered the sun to remain hidden? How will I ever be cured?" So, but now the sky was overcast by clouds, as you know that, for a few days. So she spoke to herself very softly because the sun was not there, and she said that why God had hidden the sun, as whether she will never be able to cure, to be cured, because the doctor had asked her to sit in the sunshine, sunlight to get recovered. Saida was playing with her doll nearby, and she heard her mother lament but kept calm. Later in the afternoon, when she stumbled on a spot of pale sunshine in the courtyard, she ran to her mother to say the sun was there. "No, no," said everybody present. "It's too late and chilly. Your mother can't sit out there." Disheartened, Saida returned to her doll. There was no sun really except for its last remnant entangled ray in the top branches of the family mango tree. So, in this paragraph, what do you study? That Saida was playing with her doll. Okay, she was near to her mother. She was listening, hearing her mother's words. Her mother was lamenting, means she was really sad, and she was regretting that she should be sitting in the sunlight, sunshine, but she was not able to do that. But she kept calm. Later in the afternoon, what happened that when she stumbled on a spot of pale sunshine in the courtyard, when she saw that, noticed means stumbled here means she noticed that there was a sunshine outside in the courtyard veranda. So she came running and said that there was sunlight, but everybody present there, they stopped her mother to go outside because it was too late and it was cold also. So Saida became so sad. Disheartened means she was really hurt by the speaking of other people, asking her mother not to go outside. Saida returned to her doll to play again. There was no sun really, except the last ray or the remaining ray, which was entangled in the branches of the tree. And the tree was mango tree over there. Now children have at their command a secret language. So what the writer want to say that the children have a command, okay, over the nature also. They can talk to the nature. Now children have at their command a secret language foreign to grown ups altogether, in which they fluently, okay, communicate with trees, flowers, and animals, the sun and the moon, perhaps even the Almighty, using that special language. Saida addressed her remark to the last departing ray of the sun. Dearest sister, do come tomorrow with lots of warmth and brightness. You see, my mother is ill and needs your help. So you can see that when Saida went, okay, outside, and she started talking to the sun rays. So it said that the children know that language which the adults or the grown ups don't know, to talk to the nature. They can fluently communicate, means they can frankly speak with the trees, flowers, animals, the sun, the moon, and perhaps even God. Almighty here is God. So specially using that language, means using that special language, she talked to the sun. She asked the sun rays to come with its lot of warmth. Okay, warmth means the heat that gives comfort, not the very hotness. We can the heat of the sun during the summers, but the warmth that you get in the during the cold days or winters, and with its brightness also. So she talked to the sun rays. She told them to come with lots of warmth and brightness. You see, my mother is ill and needs your help. She talked to the means the sun rays. Surely, answered the light. Don't look unhappy. We'll be there at the fixed hour. Next day, early in the morning, when the sprightly sun rays embellished themselves for their journey down to earth, the sun set. It's our day off again. We are staying up there. The road to earth is blocked by an army of thick, mucky clouds. The little rays so much wanted to go down for a lark, but they remained quiet. So what happened that surely they would said, the rays of the sun said that they would surely come, and asked Saida not to look sad. Okay, so they said that they would be there at a particular time. So don't look unhappy. We'll be there at the fixed hours. Next day, what happened? Whenever the sun rays wanted to go down to the earth, the sun said that their day was off because they were not on duty on that day. The clouds had blocked their way, their path. There was an army of thick, mucky clouds, the big clouds, and that's why they should not be going down on the earth. The little rays so much wanted to go down because they had given promise to Saida, and but they remained quiet. One of them, though, who had made a pact means agreement. Okay, so whenever you make an agreement with someone, compromise, so they had made a compromise or the agreement with Saida. They had promised her that they would come on the earth with a lot of warmth and sunshine, light, and that's why one of the Ray said that they had given promise to little Saida. So little Saida said, that Ray said, "Sir, I can't stay back. I have given my word to Saida, whose mother is ill and needs our help. I'll pierce through the clouds to reach Saida's courtyard. How else will ever her mother be cured?" Hearing this, all the rays nearby nearly staged a revolt against their father, the sun. What will the people of the earth say about us? That we of the heavens have turned liars? So, whenever one of the rays said that they had promised Saida that they would come down on the earth, and if they don't go, then they will be laughed at. Okay, so that's why they would become the laughing stock. What the people on the earth would think, that they are the liars. Liars means who tell lies, that the sun who lives in heaven, the sun rays who live in heaven, they are just liars. So that's why they started a revolt against the sun, their father. Revolt here means rebel. So rebellion, we can say. They just started struggling with their father to go down on the earth. So the sun relented. Please yourself, he said. Please yourself. He said, mind your clothes, though the clouds are mucky. Never mind our clothes. We can always change, but go we must. And the rays rushed towards the earth. The clouds stood guard between them and Saida's courtyard. The little rays focused their heat, and they had enough of it on a battalion of clouds which had to flee from its post. The rays got through, shooting past the bewildered clouds. They were already late. So what happened, that the sun relented and told them that, okay, sun, the sun agreed to it. Okay, he says, then you go and please yourself, means make yourself happy, but you mind your clothes, that they should not be wet. Okay, because the clouds are very mucky. Then they asked their father not to mind about their clothes. They said that they would stop, they would remove the clouds, they would compel them to get out of their way, and they did it with the help of their heat. They tried, they were already late. They tried their best, and they had enough of the heat, and the clouds, battalion of clouds, they had to leave their place. Their post means place, and flee from means run away from there. And the rays got through through the clouds, and they came. Bewildered clouds means the clouds who were afraid now. So they shoot past the bewildered clouds. They were already late. So you can see Saida and Saida's mother sitting on the cot waiting for the sun rays, and Saida was playing with the doll. Saida saw the whole host of them approaching, and her heart leapt with joy. She shouted, Amma, Amma, the sun is here. Come out. The old lady's eyes welled up with tears of gratitude. Her charpoy was placed in the courtyard, and she sat on it for an hour, reclining against bolsters. It had been months since she had felt the sun on her hands and face, and breathed in fresh air. She thought she was in a new world. Though pale, her face glowed and her eyes shone bright. She saw her child too bathed in the sunlight and kissed her. The morning air brought in a new fragrance from nearby flowers. The birds chanted a new tune. Saida's mother felt better already. She is fully recovered now, but she still follows the doctor's advice. An hour of sunlight and lungfuls of fresh air every day. So, what we studied in the last paragraph here in this lesson, I hope that you have understood all the others, that how Saida had heartily communication with the sun rays, and the sun rays approached the earth. So whenever she saw them coming near the earth, her heart leapt with joy, jumped with happiness. She shouted, Amma, Amma. So she was calling her mother, Amma, Amma, the sun is here. Come out. So she asked her mother to come out. The old lady's eyes, here the old lady Saida's mother, they welled up with tears of gratitude. So, gratitude means thankfulness, and welled up means filled up. The tears of thankfulness came in her eyes. Her charpai was placed in the courtyard, that is the veranda. So her charpai was put in the veranda and she sat on it for an hour, reclining against bolsters. It had been months since she had felt the sun on her hands and face and breathed in fresh air. So it has been long months that she could not even experience the sunlight, the fresh air, and after so many days she experienced all these good things in her life. That she thought that she was in a new world, a fresh world, happy world. So though her color had become pale, but she also bathed in sunlight and she was happy. A glow came on her face and her eyes also shone brightly, and her mother was also playing in the sunlight. The morning air brought in a new fragrance from the nearby flowers. The birds chanted a new tune. Saida's mother felt better already now. Okay, so she's fully recovered, but she still remembers. What does she remember? The doctor's advice, yes, that she should sit in the sunlight, she should take lungfuls of fresh air every day, at least for an hour. So this lesson has been written by Zakir Hussain, and this has been translated from Urdu and a bit changed also. Thank you for watching this video. You can understand the whole lesson, I think so.